To be or not to be? That is the question. No, it's not. That's not the question. That never was the question. The question is, when are we getting married? That's the question. But when you're with a guy who can't make up his mind about anything, what you get is whether 'tis nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous blah, blah, blah. What is with you guys anyway? You always think something better is just around the corner and she's waiting just for you. Well, she's not around the corner, and if she was, she wouldn't be waiting for your sorry ass. And it's about time Hamlet woke up to that fact. Oh, Hamlet? He's my boyfriend. He's a prince. When we get married, I'll be a princess. Princess Ophelia. Has a nice ring to it. If I ever see a ring, that is. Up until a few weeks ago, Hamlet and I were really hot and heavy. He couldn't keep his hands off me. Not that I wanted him to. Then, all of a sudden, his old man ups and dies. He lays down to take a nap in the garden and croaks. And now, all of a sudden, Hamlet doesn't have time for me. I mean, are you done? All of a sudden, Hamlet doesn't have time for me. He's too busy asking dumb questions and moping around about his dead father and his live wire mother. Do you know, she married she married Claudius before the old king's body was even cold? I mean, from what I hear, the old king wasn't all that hot when he was alive, so you can't blame Gertrude for going for the gusto. A woman has needs. I can vouch for that. Hamlet acted all surprised and everything when his mom married Claudius right away. Where has he been? Gertrude and Claudius have been steaming up the sheets for months. Everybody in Elsinore knew that. Every time he turned around, he had his hand on her royal ass. But, I mean, it's not like Hamlet and his old man were close. He was the king, for God's sakes. He wasn't close to anyone. But Hamlet and his mother, they were close. I mean, like, really close. Really close. Like in a spooky sort of way. But still. Your dad dies and your mom marries your uncle. It's gotta weird you out a little bit. I get that. I'm an understanding person. I tried to get him out of his funk. Stop interrupting, please. I tried to get him out of his funk. I even suggested we get away for a few days. I mean, he's a prince. It's not like he's got anything better to do. That's the cool part about being a prince. So I said, let's go to the beach. Or maybe the mountains. Just the two of us. We'll take some walks, drink some wine, see a play. He's always saying the play's the thing. You know what he says to me? He said I should get to a nunnery. A nunnery! Nobody parties in a nunnery. Besides, they don't even allow guys. Jeez. But still, he's got a lot on his mind. And besides, he's deep. Very deep. Oh, I think deep guys are so sexy. Don't you? I just wish he'd get off this dead father hang-up of his. Now, he thinks Claudius, that's the king's brother and his uncle, that's the new king. Now, he thinks Claudius, that's the new king. He's Hamlet's uncle and his stepfather. He's Gertrude's husband and her brother-in-law. You gotta be some kind of genius to keep all these royal family relationships straight around here. Now, Hamlet thinks Claudius killed his father. Hamlet's a big conspiracy buff. But he doesn't just think it. He knows it. Said his father told him. I mean, the man's dead. How's he going to tell anybody anything? But no. Get this. Hamlet says his father's ghost told him. No, if I'm lying, I'm dying. And get this. The ghost told Hamlet Claudius came and poured some poison in his ear when he was sleeping. I get the creeps just thinking about it. Now, Hamlet thinks he should revenge his father. And if it was anybody else, I'd tell the king to hire a whole army of food tasters. But this is Hamlet we're talking about. I love the guy, God knows. But if it's a choice between... But the chances of him putting together a plan to kill the king and then actually doing it has two chances. Slim and none. And even between those two, he'd have trouble choosing. My father says I should stay away as far away from Hamlet as I can get. My father says a lot of things. To thine own self be true. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Yada, yada, yada. Besides, if you're going to wait for the perfect guy, you're going to end up a shriveled old maid. Oh. Now, I'm sure with a little I mean, you know what they say. Behind every successful man is a woman kicking him in the ass. My brother says Hamlet is a little light in the leotards, if you get my drift. Leotards is such a jerk. Hamlet is not that way. Trust me on that. Sooner or later, he's gonna be the king someday. Sooner or later, Claudius is gonna shuffle off this mortal coil. And if Hamlet ever makes up his mind, it could be sooner rather than later. And then Hamlet will be king, and I'll be the queen. Queen Ophelia. Has a nice ring to it. When I'm queen, you'll call me Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Sounds so majestic. When I'm queen, you'll bow when I walk into a room. You'll stand when I stand. You won't sit until I sit. You'll laugh at all my jokes and call me Highness. You'll do whatever I tell you to do. And when I go back to reunion with all those girls who teased me in convent school, well, they can all line up to kiss my royal behind. Oh, I have to go. Hamlet said to meet him in the Great Hall. I think he's going to propose. I mean, he didn't say so in so many words, which is strange for him because normally when he says anything, it's in so many words, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But I'm sure he's going to ask me to marry him. He has to ask me to marry him. He just has to. If he doesn't ask me to marry him, I swear I'll kill myself.